Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan. Hello beginners, welcome back to our channel. And right now, I will demonstrate you how to configure the Dhcp client. If you want to know more about this configuration, stay tuned. What is the meaning of the Dhcp client? The Dhcp client is a client who requests an IP address to the Dhcp server. The Dhcp server is provided an IP address and distributed to the Dhcp client. With this service, you don't need to manually configuring IP addresses to each computer on the network during TCP or IP configuration. You only need to configure the Dhcp client to get an IP address from the server. This is the topology for Dhcp client configuration. I've configured the wireless for internet access and it's already running. Okay, without any further ado, let's start our config. Before configuring the Dhcp client, first, our router has been connected to the Dhcp network. For the Dhcp server provider, you can use LAN cable or wireless. If you are using a wired network, you can directly create the Dhcp client. But if you are using wireless, you have to configure wireless on your router. I'll use wireless to connect to the Dhcp server. As you can see that I configured my wireless previously. After that, add the Dhcp client to request an IP address to the Dhcp server for the router with command IP Dhcp client at interface VLAN1 disable no. Then check whether the Dhcp client has been configured and active with the command IP Dhcp client print. As you can see that the status of the Dhcp client is bound, which means that the Dhcp client is connected to the access point and router has also received an IP address from the Dhcp server. Check the IP address that is dynamically received from the Dhcp server with command IP address print. And it can be seen that I've got the IP 192.168.43.162 with dynamic. And then check the IP DNS with command IP DNS print. And as you can see that the IP DNS has been configured, which means that if we use DHCP, it will automatically add the DNS that match with DNS server provider. Next, check the gateway with the command IP router print. As you can see that we've got a gateway, which means that if we use DHCP, it will automatically add the gateway that match with DHCP server provider gateway. After that, test with the ping gateway to make sure that the router is connected to the access point with the command ping IP gateway. If the package is replied, it means that the router is connected to this access point. Last but not least, test with ping Google to make sure that the router is connected to the internet with the command ping google.com. If the package is replied, it means that the router is connected to the internet. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for your attention and see you in the next video.